I'm a little nervous about where this is going to go. Because we have, and I think I'm correct in this, is that does Lazarus realize that the person fighting him is indeed Jackson Jones, fellow high school student?
I believe so. I mean, he's obviously aware that Jackson was kind of the one that transformed in the back. And
yeah.
I don't know, how much of Jackson's face is visible through this transformation?
It doesn't look like him, but you can see, I mean, he's wearing the tattered clothes of what you just saw Jackson wearing.
But he doesn't even have a face underneath anything anymore. It's all
just
all Rhino
Beetle Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. This could be pretty intense. Pretty intense because Jackson Jones, for those of you who don't know the lore, we've mentioned this in an episode before. There are some people who believe Jackson Jones is Lazarus because he's a great football player, All-American, highly athletic, seems like the kind of kid that could be a great hero. And unfortunately, we discover that he is working in some capacity for Mr. Bliss, a known crime lord in the city of Solace Bay. There is a club of people that have been evacuated, and they are currently on the sidewalk looking at the rubble from a rooftop across the street that is surrounding the feet of Jackson Jones, the rhino beetle creature, currently facing off against Lazarus. They're staring each other down. Before we get to that, we quickly cut back to Labyrinth, who is invisible, standing in an alley behind Mr. Bliss, who is getting picked up by another black car, tinted windows, slick. There's too much heat in this area. And he's getting the hell out of here just like his truck is leaving. Labyrinth. What would you like to do?
Is he going the same direction as his truck?
No.
I didn't think so. Of course he's not. That would be way too easy. I want to take a note of the car's license plate.
Sure.
And is there an alley to go to the front of the building?
Yes, there is.
All right, I'm going to run to the front of the building.
You run to the front of the building, and here you can see Lazarus and this beetle creature, this man beetle, squared off. Lazarus, David, what is your coordination?
It's a 6.
I go first. Jackson, the human beetle man. TBD on the name. It's a work in progress. Charges at Lazarus. He's going to ram him with these tusks off the front of his head. His skin has that hard exoskeleton of a beetle. So Lazarus, if you would like, you can either make a coordination roll to get out of the way, or a prowess roll, which I know you're very strong at. And if you were to succeed greatly, you might be able to get a counterattack. But he is coming for you, and he's going to hit you as hard as he can.
Okay. Zack is going to plant his feet and try and grab the beetle by the horns and tackle this with some prowess.
All right. Go for it.
That's a 10.
I got an 11.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah,
right.
Boy. That's good stuff. So I get a 1, which is that just like a regular?
Yeah,
it's been a while.
So. That's a moderate success. So yeah, it succeeds.
Oh my gosh!
It succeeds at normal strength. Yeah.
You are going to take 7 damage to your stamina.
Oh dear!
And he is going to knock you back. You're going to feel this. Labyrinth, you're watching as Lazarus goes to his back, rolls several feet backwards until he ends up in a kneeling position, clutching his chest. It's a Power Rangers dramatic move. You see this in Power Rangers all the time. They get kicked or something and they fall back and they hold their chest. A little bit of that faceless acting skill that all Sentai actors go through.
How does he look? How do you look?
It's a rough hit.
Oh,
A rough hit.
okay.
What would you like to do on your turn, Lazarus, in return?
Lazarus says, Jackson, you don't have to do this. I'm after Mr. Bliss, not you. And as he's saying this, he is spending his turn healing himself to try and get back to...
So all of these
shape
little
here.
polys on your body are slowly mending your
the
human
score
flesh
hole.
underneath.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. They're repatching your ribs that were broken.
Mm-hmm.
When you heal, how much... so what is your maximum stamina? For listeners who don't know the game, stamina is a combination of your willpower and your strength scores. What is your stamina when it's at full?
My stamina when it's at full is 9. And...
Oh, I took you down a bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you nearly one-hit KO'd me there.
Youch.
Yeah.
And how much do you heal yourself by?
So the way we kind of talked about before is it can kind of work similar to lay on hands in D&D, where I have like a 12-point bank that I can use for healing. So
yes.
I would be able to heal myself the 7.
Okay. So you go back up to your maximum again.
Yeah.
Like square one, but you just took a turn to do it.
Yeah. But I am trying to plead with him of like, help me take down Mr. Bliss. This isn't who you have to be, Jackson.
This isn't who... If you're still in there somewhere, fight it, Jackson.
Fight it.
Labyrinth, what would you like to do as you witness this scene? What was your plan coming out here?
My plan was to get my bike as Gracie. Because it's Gracie's bike, not Labyrinth's bike. But he looks bad.
Well, I mean, he doesn't look bad. You can see his polys.
I looked bad, and I'm looking better.
Okay.
So basically what happened, Gail, is that his chest was dented in. And then he stands up and his chest re-pops back out like a car hood. So it was bad for like a minute, and then he popped it back out with his polys, and he looks like a brand new car again.
And is this something that like I've seen polymorph do? Perhaps?
Yeah,
Okay.
This is certainly a known ability of polymorph. Yeah.
Okay.
He was certainly resilient.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, I really appreciate that you're trying to like save this guy. Where's my bike, Jay? Is Chris anywhere near my bike?
It's in a parking garage nearby.
Oh, dang it. It's like, how many turns away
Like a
is
valet.
that? Oh.
It's nearby. Like you could maybe parkour up the side of the building to get there faster. You could do a little Jackie Chan.
Okay, I'm going to do that then. Yeah.
Are you still invisible or
I'm still invisible right now.
Okay. Give me an athletics or acrobatics. Coordination. It's not acrobatics. Coordination.
Can I use my athletics?
In order to do this, yes. Athletics being a skill that allows Gail to add how much? +1?
2.
A +2 to her roll.
+2. So I rolled a 3 plus my coordination of 7 plus 2 is 12.
You're going to find exactly the route. It's very easy for you. And it's on the second floor. You flip up over this rail and you're at actually the spot where the bike is. You flip over the rail and land in the seat of the bike.
Nice.
Thumb hits the button. Boom, boom.
Nice.
Ready
nice,
to rock
nice.
and roll.
All right.
Okay. Jackson's turn. He says,
You don't understand. You never could understand what I've been through.
and he charges. This is going to be not as great. This is going to be a 9. So you're trying to beat a 9 here, Dave.
14 is definitely going to be the 9.
All right, and you're using your prowess, which means you won by a 5. So you have an opportunity if you want to use your reaction. And in our game, there's unlimited reactions. You have to be under some kind of spell or something in order to lose your reactions. But you can always react. Just the act of trying to dodge is a reaction. So you can react to this and try to do your own counter strike, which I have a feeling is how you're going to survive this fight. Is off of counter strikes.
So I'm basically gonna seeing how he attacked last time. I'm like extending my legs so that he's like at the last minute he's just like going like whoop right underneath my legs.
Yes.
And then I'm like bending around and grabbing his horns on the other side. And
as he passes through, your legs are gonna extend skyward.
Yeah.
And then as you go upward, he's gonna pass underneath you. I need you to make a prowess roll.
Okay.
To see if you can get this next part. Ooh.
That is another 14.
And I got a 14.
Did you really? So
yeah, I did. So
that means it's a marginal success.
It's a marginal success. So what's going to happen is your legs are going to extend skyward. He is going to run underneath you, and then you're going to do a back bend. That's that cheerleading skill coming into effect. And you're going to grab him by his tusks, his horns,
and like redirect him into a wall. So he kind of
you're like
at the full force of his.
You're just
like
twisting and bending sideways. You kind of do like a crazy little twist at your hips, an impossible twist, taking his energy and redirecting it into this centrifugal force. I don't know what that means, and it goes directly into a wall. You can use your strength at half in order to do damage to him. So take your strength and have that, and that's how much damage rounding down.
So that's 2 damage.
Okay, so you do 2 damage. There we go. He hits this wall, putting a collapsing part of it. On the other side is a bakery, and you can smell all of these sweet rolls and cinnamon buns. This air wafting out as this baker is standing there, putting today's day-old bread into the clearance bin for tomorrow. Like, no, not my shop. And that is, it is your turn technically. So you're able to hit this, and you can try to do something else.
I'm gonna launch both of my hands from the wrists to try and like grab his wrists and like attach them to either side of the wall that he's just kind of broken through. To bind him on either side.
It's like basically bind him to this hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Right to the radius, radius of this hole, of this brick hole in the wall.
It's gonna be a geometry heavy episode. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It just so happens that the radius of this circle is equidistant to his wrists, to his torso. Like, it's fine.
All right, I'm gonna roll for what R is in Pyard Square, and we'll see how this goes.
And so you got to do coordination for this one because you're shooting at him.
Yes, yeah. So this is a projectile to try and bind him to this structure here. All right, so that is a 8.
Unfortunately for you, you're fucking with a wide receiver for the Malconian High Stompers.
Yep.
And he ducks out of the way as your poly missile arms fly at him, and he ducks out of the way. Juke, son! And these poly missiles hit the baker, and she is stuck to the wall next to her oven, which is turned up to 450 degrees.
Oh no!
No! What are you gonna do? She says, no, I'm going to be killed by braided breads. I don't know. I'm not a baker. Fuck you guys. She wasn't here a minute ago. And Labyrinth, you start racing down the spiral of this.
Oh, I can't just go out the...
Fuck yeah, you can. you race your bike and hit the front of this Volkswagen Beetle. I don't know why. No, fuck that. You hit the hood of this Corvette because that makes more sense. It's a little more aerodynamic, this Corvette. And you fly out. People can see the silhouette of this bike with no rider flying through the air of the Soulless Bay evening.
I would be Gracie in my glittery
Everyone
nightclub.
Can see the silhouette of Gracie Hartwell flying out, and you're going out the back. You're not going out to where all the people are of this fight, right? You're going towards the truck.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you land on the ground, and you're racing down, trying to find the street, the main artery that connects to this alley, in hopes that the truck hasn't gotten too far away. Give me a coordination roll to see if you can be fast enough to maybe catch up to this truck before you lose it.
Can I add my motorcycle drive specialty?
Of course you can, because that's what you're doing.
Yes. 15.
15. Hell yeah. Wow, wow. You are immediately in the street and you see this truck swerving in between cars, trying to get ahead as fast as it can, but it is prime time, evening in Solace Bay. It is a Monday, but Solace Bay, the party don't stop.
Not for Gracie Hartwell.
Not for Gracie Hartwell and not for Lazarus, who is currently watching a baker sizzling on her oven from a blast that he fired at Jackson Jones, star wide receiver and current Beetleman. And that is when you hear, "Well, hey, buddy, fancy meeting you here. It's my old pal, Lazarus." And that's when you hear the squiggly sounds of motherfucking Croctopus dropping on the streets.
Sounded like Mr. Dick.
It also sounded like Mr. Dick. And that's who it came out as at first. And that's where we're going, baby. Croctopus is here. And you see this guy, and he is wearing this bright yellow suit that it's like a spandex suit with a plaid vest that was a shirt that the sleeves have been cut off on, but it's a latex suit. On the front of the suit, if you can imagine like holes in the suit, like 8 of them, and tentacles, squid-like tentacles are emerging from this suit, hanging off the front of it, squiggling about. He has a crocodile head and a big bulbous melon at the top. So imagine like a long croctopus snout, a crocodile snout with a big octopus melon. He's ugly as sin. He's just an awful looking person. But he is one of the greatest heroes in the history of Solace Bay. Possibly second only to Polymorph, making him maybe number 1 right now. Maybe number 1. And so he drops down to the ground. Says, "Looks like you're in a bit of a bind. Don't worry, your old pal Croctopus is here." And it's my turn. It's actually good old Jackson Jones's turn. Jackson Jones charges at you, and he got a 10.
Okay.
So you're trying to beat a 10.
I also got a 10.
Okay, so he is going to hit you for 3 damage.
Yep.
You are about to get battering around because you're distracted. You're like, Croctopus is here. What the F? And Jackson Jones is going to come at you as fast as he can. And while you're distracted, Croctopus actually grabs a hold of you with his tentacles and pulls you just aside. You only take a little bit of the damage from this attack. He didn't save you completely. It just kind of hits you right on the side. You feel it right in your ribs as Jackson Jones goes past you, almost like a bullfighter. Imagine Croctopus is a bullfighter and you're the red.
Yeah.
The red towel. And he just pulled you aside. Olay. That is what just happened just now.
Yeah.
It's canon. It's locked in that way.
Yeah. He's much bigger than me. I'm just
Yeah, Croctopus is a hulking man of incredible strength and multiple tentacles that can bind people. Just happened to be in the neighborhood, pal.
I've teamed up with Croctopus before, and, as a superhero junkie, it was like the highlight of my life, so...
That's right.
Croctopus, thank you. I can't believe you're here. Thank you, buddy.
Seeing's believing.
Oh,
what would you like to do, David? Gail's feed is a little slow. It just got to her that I said seeing is believing.
I'm always a little slow.
So, let me understand just what the straits this baker is in. This baker is like...
This baker... Oh, by the way,
am I
there
cooking
is
this
a baker. Yeah, this baker is connected to a hot stove. And they're like, "Help me, Croctopus, this asshole's binding me to my own stove."
So her hand is like cooking a little bit.
Her whole backside is connected to this thing.
Dear.
You splattered her with 2 arm missiles. You're a little shorter than you were a minute ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're a little smaller. That's why he was able to olay you
Right.
So effectively. So the person's in trouble. We're talking possible degrees of burns.
Yeah.
I don't know how degree of burns work, but 8th degree burns.
8th degree. Oh dear.
No, you're dead by then. Definitely dead.
Is it bigger is worse?
Yes.
Yeah.
She is currently. She has
3rd degree. I think is like really bad.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I got it. I can solve this. She has 1d6 degrees of burns. 6. So she's
she's dead.
She like I like attached her to the back of the oven. She's just like in the oven fully.
Could you make it? Could you make it a D3?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just divide it by 2. Could she just not be dead? Well, I guess.
Can she just not be dead? How about we just not kill her right now? Okay.
Okay.
It's a family show.
Right. So Lazarus has this dual motion where he's like equally trying to like defend himself against this beetle, but also save this person. He's kind of like he's like twitches that way, and with an amount of determination, he's going to do something he's never done before. With the strong desire to be in it, he's literally going to separate into 2 smaller versions of himself.
I'm so pleased that you're doing this. This is the time. This is when these moments are fucking awesome, right?
Yeah.
You're like, this is the moment.
This is it. He has 2 things he wants to do.
He can. David, during character creation, told me this is a thing that he wants to be able to do, and we came up with rules for like, because there was rules in the game and everything, but like how it works. So they're not very effective creatures, but he can now do 2 things at once.
I can do 2 actions, but my stats are significantly diminished on each of them.
Correct.
So
you're looking at the lady baking. You're looking at Jackson, who just skidded across, and you can see the crowd of clubgoers like spread out, like whoa, get back from the freak. And you, Jackson, be like, I'm not a freak. And you're like, what do I do? Do I deal with Jackson? Do I deal with the lady, the baker lady? Fucking Croctopus is here. What do I do? And then your head shakes, and then you go, I know. And then you split, you peel in half into 2 Lazari.
Lazari. Sure.
Into 2 Lazari. I was an English major once.
Yeah.
No longer. I didn't renew my.
You didn't renew your major?
I didn't renew it.
Shit. My theater major's probably expired then as well. Man.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you got to go back every 8 years or something like that.
Yeah.
That's why they send you that's why they ask for donations after you've given them.
Why?
Yeah.
I thought it was my school rudely saying after I paid them tens of thousands of dollars for more money. There was a purpose for it.
To keep your certification and you're a major.
Yeah, certification. Sure. Re-up in the certify.
Right.
All right. You peel in half into 2 Lazari, and you are going to do so. That was your action, right? Like, do I give you more actions now?
Well,
that was your action to do this. No, it's a good thing Croctopus is here.
I think I don't get an attack, but they still got movement, right?
They do have movement. You are correct, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Point of order. You do have movement.
Yeah. So they'll kind of look at each other, almost stunned, of like, what? And then one of them, the one that is closer to the baker, is going to leap into action and to run over to her. And say, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry. And, pull her out of.
She's like screaming in horror. She just watched a person split in half and become 2 smaller versions of itself.
It's like the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it jumps over her counter, knocking her cinnamon rolls to the floor. And you're up on the counter like, sorry, lady. And you're going to have to like go collect your polys from her because that's what's attaching her.
Right.
While the other one, we're going to call that B for Baker. Lazarus B for Baker is going to do that. Lazarus A is moving in what direction? They also get movement.
So, I've worked with Croctopus before. I think I'm going to say, a little code name we've had before, like alley-oop. And like I'm going to kind of like bend around him and almost kind of like just slingshot him slightly towards the beetle, giving him like a bit of a velocity launch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a coordination roll.
All right. That's a 12.
Nice. You take Croctopus and you sling him towards Jackson Jones, and he is flying these tentacles, waving in the wind as he is sailing towards Jackson Jones. And he goes, I don't remember this one. And he is going to, with a little advantage, a little extra juice, because you successfully helped him out. He is going to try and attack Jackson Jones. Okay. And he is going to splat on top of Jackson Jones, and they're going to tumble further into this crowd of people that is now scattering off to other sides of the block, to the ends of the block. And they roll and collide into the front wall right next to the entryway of the Marlin Spike Club, where just earlier Gracie Hartwell was dancing with her booty call Chris. Gracie Hartwell, you are on a bike as Gracie Hartwell, not as Labyrinth. You're on Gracie Hartwell's bike, the same bike that was sort of damaged just the other evening in a stunt gone wrong with Nick Northcutt. And you're racing down the street, and you can see these two drivers, and they're like hurtling down. They're being dangerous and reckless. They're not trying to be chill. They're fleeing as fast as they can.
Shoot.
Yeah.
And what kind of truck is this? This is like a...
I think I said it was like a semi-truck, right? It was something with a big back.
Yeah, not a small truck that...
it's not small. It doesn't have great handling.
Correct. On tiny city streets. I am staying close. I'm going really fast because I am Gracie Hartwell. I actually kind of start doing some stunts up and around them, almost making it look like something I'm doing, like Gracie Hartwell just showing off. But I am like doing some wheelies up along the sides and getting around them. It's not to make them slow down from where they're trying to get to. It's just to try and like get them to slow down, not to hurt anyone, if that makes sense.
You're trying to mess with them via friendly stunting.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, you guys are being jerks. Also, I'm Gracie Hartwell and I'm very kind. Is that kind of what's happening right now?
Basically, like, kind of like giving the peace sign as I kind of go by them and around, and because there's two trucks?
Just one. Just one truck.
Yeah, just going around them and stuff. And
yeah, you're kind of slowing them down. Can you give me a coordination, a little drive?
Yeah. This pretty girl in a glittery nightclub dress is another 6. That's another 15.
Okay, you're weaving in and around this truck, and it is causing them to swerve about, and they are going to not see the red light that just came up, and they are going to hit the brakes and pull the wheel as hard as they can to the side. The back end of this truck is going to flip over, and it is going to slide into this intersection, colliding with a bunch of cars. It's a huge mess, and I'm going to make this sound effect, apparently. For the podcast, as it comes to a stop and you stop your bike. You can hear somebody in there, like a taxi driver. You can hear this taxi driver go like, hey, that wasn't your fault. Those guys were assholes.
Okay. I mean, I was hoping they would just slow down. Oh, I'm going to call 911. Okay.
They were driving recklessly, and I will be your witness.
Thank you. Want a selfie?
Well, I want more than that.
Rude.
Do you need my help or not? And that's when you hear the glass break of the driver or the passenger window of the truck, and a guy.
Okay?
He's breaking it with an assault rifle.
Oh, geez.
And he is going to yell, "Everybody get out of the way!" And he's going to fire off a warning shot towards
Is it one
traffic.
of those just into the air?
Yeah, just one of those into the air.
People with assault rifles just make so much sense.
Yeah. This guy makes a ton of sense.
It makes a ton of sense, yeah.
So that's happening. We'll come back to you in a moment.
Okay.
As Croctopus is currently on top of, like, tangled because he has tentacles. They're all tangled up. Squishy sounds. And he is tangled up with Jackson Jones. Jackson Jones' turn. He is going to attack. Whoop. And he is going to get his feet under Croctopus and upward kick as hard as he can. And Croctopus goes flying through the air and collides with a fire hydrant that then explodes. Water fountain everywhere. It's raining in Solus Bay currently in front of the Marlin Spike Club. Lazarus B is currently pulling all of his polys off of this lady, and she falls to the ground. You're not going to kill me, are you?
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. And he bends down and he uses his healing powers on her and is going to have some of his polys like kind of go over and start like kind of fusing over her burns and at first she's just like, what are you doing to me? It's kind of like when Michael Clark Duncan in Green Mile starts to like touch people and they're like, no, get your hands off me, and then he makes them feel better. It's like that moment. Yeah,
it's just like that moment, guys.
Just like that moment.
And if you haven't seen Green Mile,
stop the episode right now, go watch Green Mile. We'll see you in 2.5 hours.
Don't listen to David on that. Don't watch it. Keep listening. Listen to more episodes.
We need to stop. This moment's going to resonate a lot more.
Oh my God. You're right. We should stop. Hit us up on Twitch. We're going to be doing a live watch of Green Mile right now.
Right now.
Watch party. It's Green Mile time. We're going to talk about Michael Clark Duncan
and how it relates
Tom
to
Hanks
our
and
show.
How much Tom Hanks is like the actor who uses the bathroom the most in film.
Is that true?
I think this is an actual stat. Somebody said more than any other actor, Tom Hanks has scenes where he is going to the bathroom.
Well, is it the time or the a number of times? Because League of Their Own, he like does like a full 5-minute pee fest.
This is like a third tangent off of.
Where are we right now? Where are we? This is where we're at.
Lazarus B was healing the baker.
That's right. Oh, she's like, get your dirty hands off me. And he starts healing her. And she's like, what?
Yeah. I'm going to put like, I'll put three equivalent of 3 hit points back in her, basically.
I feel better. You've healed me.
He's like, I'm so sorry. And he reaches into his pocket, really hoping he's the half of him that still has his wallet. And he fortunately is. And he's like, I'm so sorry.
No. We're going to roll for that. What are you doing? What?
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Rolling.
I have to roll
to determine whether or not you're the one with the wallet. You're going to roll a D6.
Okay.
Odds are you have the wallet.
Odds are I have the wallet. I like
1, 3, 5.
It's a 1.
All right, you've got the wallet.
Yeah.
Gotta play the game.
He basically like pulls out, sees how much money he has, and is like, I'm just gonna buy as much pastries as I can to apologize.
You like heal this woman, and you throw money at her.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, oh my God.
I'm so
maybe
sorry.
You weren't the bad guy. Maybe it was him. And she looks over her counter at Jackson Jones, the beetle monster who just kicked Croctopus, and she grabs her rolling pin. She says, that son of a bitch.
Don't get involved, man. Just let me buy your pastries. Let me compensate you for your wall here as much as I can.
No, I've been going to biologenesis classes, and we have got to stand up for ourselves.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
So now Baker is in initiative order. Okay, great.
Gotcha. Yep.
That's right. All right. So we just had Jackson do. Lazarus B. number A needs to do something as well.
Yeah, Laz and Russ, I think.
No. We just did. We just came up with the scheme.
Yeah,
it's A, B.
Yeah,
B.
And
Baker.
then you made B go before A. It's just wow.
I mean, technically, I said, which ones do you want to do?
You should have done it that they were B and C. B for Baker, C for Croctopus, not B and A. Yeah. And then there would have been an order.
We can't do the audience is going to be.
All right.
They're already confused. They're watching Green Mile right now.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, YouTube's confused. This is getting edited out. This part.
This is absolutely not getting edited out. All of this is staying.
Okay. All right.
The audience has to hear. There needs to be.
Yeah.
This has to be noted. It has to be. There has to be on the record.
You want the comments to be like, Jay was right. Yep, that was the right system.
Yes, this is the way to go. I'm also going to use a D6 system to determine whether or not my players' characters have their wallets on them when they split in half. That was very good and educational. That's going to be our next Apple podcast review. 5 stars.
5 stars.
4 stars, except for that one rule about the wallet.
Yeah.
Dick. Fuck that guy.
Hey, it was a coin flip. I liked it. I liked that audible.
Yeah,
there.
do it. All right. Okay. So Lazarus A
is going to start running towards Jackson, and initially he's like running as like this 3 foot, like he's like the same width he normally is, but he's only 3 feet tall. And as he's running, he realizes he looks ridiculous, and he's gonna like elongate his legs and just become a really scrawny version of himself.
He's like a gray alien right now.
Yeah. Exactly.
But purple.
And he is going to try and wallop on Jackson here.
Okay.
So the prowess is significantly reduced. It's only a 5 now.
Oof.
So we'll see how well he does. That's a 10. It's not bad.
Okay. I got an 11. So you're gonna
marginal
miss.
failure.
Just a slight failure.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he gets the strike, but he is going to roll out of the way. Because he's more using his coordination to get out of the way.
Yeah.
So he's not trying to like counterfight you. He's got his one attack and he knows it works.
Yeah.
So you're going to do that. He's going to roll out of the way as you go to... What was the attack? You stretched really long. How did you picture trying to hit him? What were you trying to do to him?
So I was just going up and trying to do a haymaker, essentially.
Yeah.
Kind of a stretchy, like, wide-fisted haymaker.
So you miss with this haymaker. Croctopus is going to rush over, and he is going to attack. Oh, my gosh. Jackson Jones crushing it on these dice. Croctopus is trying to attack Jackson Jones. Jackson Jones is going to be able to counter. And he will counter as he ducks and throws Croctopus into the wall of the Marlin Spike Club, and you see this bulbous-headed silhouette through the wall, but with like 4 tentacles on either side of the ribs, going through a wall like a Looney Tunes cartoon as Croctopus flies through this wall into the club. And now you can hear that boom, 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 boom as music, because the DJ, he doesn't even know what's going on. He's got his headphones in, and he's doing this thing where his eyes are closed and he's bobbing his head. He hasn't opened his eyes once. He has no idea what's going on this dance floor, that everybody's left. That makes sense, right, Gail? You seem dubious.
I don't know. I went in there and had police or like security guards like telling me not to go in there. It's like nobody went up and just tapped him on the shoulder or nothing.
No, and you would know this if you did like some kind of intelligence check that everybody at the club thinks the DJ is a fucking asshole and nobody's trying to rescue him in case of emergency.
Oh, that's really sad.
This is part of the lore of the world.
Right. I got
There's
it.
going to be a World
Right.
Anvil article about this DJ.
Right.
What's his name?
His name is DJ Heartbreak.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
What a douche.
Yeah.
The worst. The worst.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. My apologies, Jay.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. You didn't know. You just
I didn't know.
No, I already read that World Anvil page. It was detailed.
Yeah. DJ Heartbreak. All right. So that happened. Who just went? That was Croctopus. And then that is when this rolling pin flies out of the bakery and bounces off of the skull of Jackson Jones. It bounces off, lands in the crowd.
She
It's a
hit?
rolling pin. She hit him. It did nothing to him, but because he has armor, he has like exoskeleton.
Exoskeleton, yeah.
Exoskeletal
Good for
armor.
her. Good throw, Baker.
Yeah.
Go.
She's like, it's on. And Lazarus, you can see, this is what you can see before we go back to Labyrinth. What you can see is that Jackson, who has just fielded an attack from Croctopus, just fielded an attack from Lazarus A, and just got hit by a lady with a rolling pin. He's surrounded by people, and he's got a look in his eyes. And that look says, cornered animal. And he's feeling surrounded. And when people get surrounded and they get fearful, they might react very dangerously. And I want you to think about what you want to do on your next turn.
Yeah.
While I go to Gracie Hartwell, who now sees this thug, this general minion of Mr. Bliss emerging from this truck, blasting with an AK-47. Everybody get out of the way! And he starts running as fast as he can. I don't get paid enough for this shit! What do you want to do?
He's just running up the street, shooting an assault rifle into the air. Or did he just do it a couple times and now he's
it's like, and he's like, get out of here. And you can hear his buddy in the truck going, where the fuck are you going? He's like, I'm never going back. They can't take me back. What do you want to do?
Okay.
You could either stay here with the truck or you could go after the guy with the gun who's running away. He looks like he is not interested in dealing with this.
No, he doesn't. I came to find out what the hell is going on with this truck.
That's right. Gail.
And
David's getting a fight and you're getting tough choices.
I'm getting tough choices. Does he look like he doesn't really plan on shooting anybody? Like, was it really in the air?
Yeah, it's really in the air. He wasn't firing at anybody.
Okay. So if he's endangering people, I want to stop him. But if he's just trying to warn people off and so he can get away, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to go run to the truck and
you hear
go
that
to the
taxi
side
driver,
of it.
Miss, be careful. Sweet thing like you shouldn't be rushing into that kind of dangerous situation.
Nice.
He was rude a minute ago. What the fuck?
That's what it's like to be a woman.
Flipped on and okay. I don't know about that. I question that.
No,
just tell me I look sweet, and I'll let it.
Well, no, he just said he wanted earlier. He said he wanted to do more. If he's just saying I'm a sweet thing, then that's fine.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah. Sweet things on the table.
I'm running up to the dude, the passenger. Was it the passenger that got away or the driver?
Yeah, the passenger got away. The
running
driver,
up to the driver
is like fucking with his seatbelt. He's like, "How does this work? I can't."
Hi, sir. Can I help you? Are you okay?
You're Gracie Hartwell.
I am.
My daughter loves you.
Oh, what's her name?
Denise.
I can sign an autograph for her.
I'm kind of busy right now.
I mean, I know you need to get out, but I mean, once you get out, I can give you an autograph.
Did you see how that guy had a gun? I didn't know he had that. That was nuts.
Yeah, that was really scary. You don't have a gun, right?
No.
Okay. Good.
No. I need you to testify possibly in the future that I did not have a gun.
Was he holding you hostage?
You see him look out the window, look back at you. Yes, he was making me drive.
Okay, now it's very important. What is in the back of this truck? Is it anything that could, like, explosives or flammable?
I don't know. I just drive.
Okay, let's get you out then.
Yeah,
come on.
And
I help him get out.
He gets out. This guy, he's in like a gray mechanic's jumpsuit.
What's your name?
What is his name? His name is... My name's Cheesy.
Cheesy. Okay, cool. I don't have stuff for an autograph right now, but I'm sure that, like, you can hear the sirens. The police are coming. They know something's up. People called for help. So, you'll get taken care of. I'm sorry. I saw that you were weaving and was trying to, like, kind of get things to be a little more fun. I hope I didn't mess you all up.
You were on the bike.
Yeah.
This is totally your fault.
No, it's not. Everybody who said, I've already talked to several people who said that it was totally not my fault.
You're so full of shit. There's one guy.
I'm Gracie right now.
And he's just.
He's like right there.
Get a deal. He's like, it was you were the jerk, Cheesy. We saw it. And she's like, no. I think we're going to have to sue you, Mrs. Hartwell. Or
Who's
you
we?
can just look. What's that?
Who's we?
Me. Just me.
Wait. You work for yourself and you don't know what you ship.
Well, technically, I was a hostage.
So did
Never
they
mind
force
any of
you
that stuff I just said. You can't use it in a court of law. Inadmissible.
So were you forced into the truck and told to drive it? That's why you were weaving.
That's right.
You don't know how to drive a truck.
I mean, I know how to drive a...
I mean, it
you're
looked
right.
like you
I don't
did
know
not.
how to drive a truck.
Okay. So it was totally your fault because
Yeah.
there was a gun to your head. Yep. Totally. Got it.
What do you want
All
out
right.
of this conversation, Gil? Where are we going?
Really, I'm just waiting until the police get here so that then I can, like,
Is that
they
what
can
you're
go
doing?
question him and then I can go look in the back of the truck.
Okay. So while this conversation's happening, Back on the other side, it is Jackson Jones's turn, and he is going to have to make a choice. Does he run away? Does he attack in a rage first person he sees? And if so, which person would that be? He's going to attack. Which person is it? Is it Lazarus, who is currently split in half and has half the stats? Is it Croctopus, half man, half crocodile, half octopus? It's 3 halves. Or is it the baker?
All woman.
Who is all woman.
But no longer has a rolling pin.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jay, and I hope you're enjoying the show so far. You might be wondering to yourself, hey, how can you show your appreciation for the work that we're doing here at Out of Depth? Let me tell you, friend, one way you can help us out is to just recommend the show to friends, strangers. Our goal is to get our stories out to as many ears as we can, so word of mouth is huge for us. Recommending the show to your friends or leaving a review at whatever site you're listening to us at, that goes a long way to helping us find and build our audience. But Jay, you may say, I've got a little coin in my pocket. I'd like to throw it your way. How do I get it from my pocket to your pocket? Well, you can go to patreon.com/getoutofdepth and subscribe at any tier you feel comfortable for as long as you would like to. Patrons get access to some other behind-the-scenes info on the show, such as character questionnaires and my maps. They also get first access to our raw recording videos for each episode and exclusive access to our post-season Q&A, where we discuss the story and answer questions from subscribers. So if you want that kind of access to us, you're only going to get that at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. That money helps us pay for artists and collaborators and expand our ability to create fun stories for you to enjoy. We don't do ads or paid endorsements for games, which means support from listeners just like you is absolutely vital to our growth. And if you want to be a part of that, you can do it at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. Thank you so much. Holy shit. And with that out of the way, let's get back to the show and see who our heroes will save today. Jackson Jones is going to attack. He is going to attack, and I'm going to roll to determine who it is. 1-2 is Lazarus, 3-4 is Croctopus, and 5-6 is that damned baker. All right. He knows who he's going to get, and he's going to attack Croctopus, who uses his Croctopus sense to realize that it's him that was chosen, and he is able to effectively grapple Jackson Jones with his tentacles rolling backwards, almost like a judo throw, using Jackson Jones's own momentum against him. And now he's on top, and his tentacles are wrapping around this hulking beetle man, Lazarus. What do you want to do?
So
you're still split in half.
Is Jackson like fully restrained right now? Is he?
He's being grappled right now. He's being held down. You know, he's very strong. You don't know how long this is going to last.
Okay, so Lazarus B walks out of the bakery. He's got like a little bag of some pastries that he just paid for, and then he's gonna set down his pastries and jet towards Jackson and kind of look over at the other half of him, and they're somehow like kind of able to like kind of be on the same page of what they're gonna do here. So B is gonna try and like coil around Jackson to like further restrain him.
Yeah, so you start sliding under the two of them to kind of wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah, give yourself a little +1.
Okay.
Because of Croctopus's help. Okay. And we'll see if you can...
So this would be coordination or prowess or...
I believe it would be prowess because you're actually engaging him. You're not firing a piece of yourself at him, right?
No.
You're going at him.
I'm coiling, yeah.
Yeah, you can use your prowess.
Cool. It's an 8.
Oh, no. I got a 10.
So, yeah, that's a moderate failure. Yep.
Yeah, he's able to shrug you guys off. That was rough for you. Wait, what is your prowess again? It's an 8, right?
So my prowess is an 8, but it's half. So it's a 5.
Oh,
with this
that's
half.
right. Yeah, you're trying.
So you gave me a +1, so it was a 6, and I rolled a 2. Yeah.
Oh, bummer. So he shakes everybody off.
It's like, everybody's trying to hold me back. Mr. Bliss is the only one who saw any potential in me.
And then the other Lazarus is going to come in and try and get some good old stretchy body punches in.
As he's like about to launch into this tragic soliloquy.
Okay, so is there a bonus for this one too, or he's no longer restrained?
He's no longer, yeah. He's not, it's whatever you got.
So that's a 10.
Okay, I got a 10 also, so it's a marginal success, which means that you only get half. He's going for like a haymaker, so like half your half.
Oh,
so
man.
What? He's doing like one damage.
He's doing 1. Yeah. Yeah, it's 1. Yeah.
That's funny. You know, in the future, here's something we might want to think about. Is like maybe when you split in half, like one's the smart one and then one's the strong one. So you just have one really dumb strong one
It's an
and
interesting
one really
idea,
smart weak one.
But both of them are completely unaware.
But oh, that's right. Each of these are operating with 0.5 awareness out of a scale of 10. Is a 0.5.
Yeah.
They're both blind.
Did I remember my wallet? So, where were we? You just try to do that. He is able to. You like bop him in the face, and it's kind of it's so pathetic. But it's like another one of those like it doesn't even really do damage to him because it was just one, and he has this armor, so your fist just kind of bounces off. Your fist bounces off of his head. It stings your hand a little bit, and then he's gonna plow. This is B, Lazarus B. He's gonna plow into Lazarus B. Oh my God, we're in the 12 here.
Okay, so I can respond with prowess here.
Yeah, with your half prowess, this could be bad.
Okay, that's my max, which is an 11.
A moderate means I still get full damage,
Yeah.
so 7.
Yeah, you said that was B he attacked?
Yeah,
Yeah, so Lazarus B
explodes into polys
Yeah.
and is a puddle.
Yeah.
And so he plows through, and there's just like he makes a hole through Lazarus B, who then collapses to the ground in a puddle of polys. And he turns around, and for a brief moment, you can see guilt, like he just eliminated half of a hero. Oh man, poor Jackson Jones. He's in over his head. What do you want to do, Lazarus A?
So it is my turn again?
Yeah.
Or isn't it Croc?
Oh, Croctopus should go. You're right.
Yeah.
We didn't have him go. He's hurt because he got upkicked earlier. He's trying. He's like, "Oh, buddy, this is getting kind of crazy," and he's going to try to restrain him with his tentacles. So you see these tentacles reach out. These octopus tentacles. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Jackson Jones is rolling rocks tonight. He tries to, and Jackson Jones jukes. You're seeing those football moves on the streets in beetle form as he ducks away again. And he looks at you all and he says,
Don't make me do this.
"What do you want to do, Lazarus?" Lazarus A.
Jackson, you don't have to do anything. You're the one choosing to do this. How can I help you? How can we work together to take down Mr. Bliss?
Make a willpower.
You know what I'll do too is, if it's not within the view of anyone else, he's going to kind of peel back his face and say, Jackson, I understand you more than you might think. Please, I'm on your side. We can get through this together.
It's kind of difficult to do that without anybody seeing because there's a lot of people around.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if like we're in a corner now where maybe I could have it where he could see it but not a crowd. But if we're not, then obviously I'm not doing that.
I really love it though.
I know.
You bastard.
Yeah, are we in a corner against a wall
you're
or
still
not?
you're in the
Mr.
middle of the street.
We're in the middle of the street. Ah, man. Well,
Okay.
Moment that could have been.
Water
Death.
raining down. People are running. I want to make this work. Maybe you do it like it's just like a flash, right? Like a shimmer. Imagine like a holographic card.
Yeah.
How when you turn it, maybe it's like at first it looks like the light hitting you causes him to see through the briefest of moments.
Yeah.
And to other people who have no idea, well, a lot of people know who Zack Lapidus is now, but he may not be at the forefront of people's minds. But for him, that brief moment is enough to see somebody that he goes to school with every day. He knows Zack, and he sees it. And you see the wings on his back separate and start to flutter as he flees in horror. And he's going to start flying away. Cut to Labyrinth is hanging out with some police officers at a truck. Is that what we're wanting to do?
No. Gracie Hartwell. We've been exchanging I am taking note of his driver's license address and everything like that. Cheesy, getting all the deets. And then as soon as I can step away,
You're getting his driver's license? You're not a cop?
No, don't we have to, when the cops come, they take a look at it, and so do I.
No, you don't get to do that. You're not a
I
law
can't.
enforcement person. No, what are you talking about? Why would you get to, they'd be like, here, miss, you come and join us on this investigation.
She could turn invisible.
And look over their shoulder.
Hey, David, stay out of it.
I know, I'm like, what, why can't I do this? I'm waiting for the explanation of why I can't do this.
Okay, you get to look at his driver's license. Congratulations. You know that his real name is Phineas.
Phineas.
There you go.
I wanted his address.
All right, you get his address.
Okay, cool.
He lives at 1342 Fuck This Terrace.
All right. And
Then
then
what?
I'm going to try and get in the back of the truck.
The police officers open the back of the truck, and invisible Gracie Hartwell.
Labyrinth now.
Did you get invisible and then change clothes in the middle of the street?
No. No, I'm saying when I'm invisible. Technically, I'm in Labyrinth, but...
Jesus. Okay, so you do this. They open up the back of the truck, and you transform. You go invisible.
Uh-huh.
And you sneak in. You can see all these crates. And Cheesy is like, hey, this guy, he had a gun. He was crazy. There's people here who saw it. I don't know where that lady went, but it's Gracie Hartwell. You can interview her. And they're like, yeah, Gracie Hartwell was here for you. Sure, yeah.
So there's crates.
Yes.
Have any of them busted open?
Yeah, tons of them.
Okay, it has, what is in the crates? Are there...
Little glass vials.
I'm guessing some have broken, haven't they?
Yeah.
Any that look like they didn't break?
Yeah, you can find a couple.
Do take a couple. And the rest I'm going to leave for the police to investigate.
You do so. You take a couple, and they look very similar to the ones that Zack Lapidus found. I don't think he shared this with you, but I can't remember.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other, so.
No.
But Zack has one of these vials as well.
Mm-hmm.
You showed it to your teacher.
Oh, yeah, sorry, the empty vial. But I did take one of the full vials.
Oh, that's right. You both have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You took one in the last episode.
That's
right.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you take one. You steal one of these.
And then I'm going to go off to a place where I can be alone for a second, become visible, and get on my bike and say, well, bye, Cheesy. I hope everything's okay.
No, there she is. And you hear Cheesy, grabbing the cops. No, there she is, right over there. That's my witness. I didn't do it. And you zoom off.
All right, I'm heading back to the club. Yeah.
Okay, you're racing back to the club. And Jackson, Zack Lapidus, Lazarus, what do you want to do? He's flying away. And you are half the Lazarus you used to be.
The instinct he has is he's going to start reaching up to try and grab him when he's flying away. But then he is going to think better of it and let him fly away.
You reach up to the sky, your hands extending outward towards his sneaker, and you think better of it. You realize if this guy doesn't want to get caught, he's too powerful right now.
And I'm too weak.
And you're too weak. And you let him escape. Croctopus puts his hand on your shoulder. It's all right, old buddy. I think we saved these people. Listen to that sick beat. And he starts dancing. And we essentially have a scene very similar to Ninja Turtles Part 2, Secret of the Ooze, where where the Ninja Turtles dance to Vanilla Ice.
So now everyone needs to stop and watch that movie. And then this is going to be a...
Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. It's your old friend Jay here. If you have a choice between The Green Mile and Ninja Turtles 2, 100% Ninja Turtle 2.
Okay.
It's not even close.
I've seen that one. I haven't seen The Green Mile, so...
It is not even close.
Not even close. Okay.
It is a superior film in every single way.
Is that because Ernie Reyes Jr. Is Ernie Reyes Jr. in that one?
Ernie Reyes Jr. is in that.
Okay.
And yes, he is a badass. And yes, it meant a lot to me to see him be a badass as a child. It was a big deal. Where were we? Yeah, Croctopus is like, man, a sick beat. And he says, well, I helped you, you helped me. Looks like we're even, pal.
Thanks, Croctopus. I wish we could have taken that guy down. I'm not used to getting beat like that.
Nah, I know. You're a tough cookie. Everybody goes, it was all thanks to her. And this baker says, thanks to biologenesis. People are like surrounding the baker lady. Like, she doesn't have superpowers. Her superpowers is her humanity.
Lazarus is going to sheepishly walk back and pick up the pastries he bought. And
while you're like walking sheepishly towards the pastry bag, and the goo that was Lazarus B is following
like forming
you,
up.
slowly slinking up your calves and your back to reform a weakened. Like, Lazarus A was feeling okay, right? Like, physically. And now you've taken on like these damaged polys, and now you feel awful. It sucks.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm my normal size, but man, does it.
All that added mess is bruised tissue.
Right.
And that's when Labyrinth pulls up on a motorcycle.
I do it sort of like I'm coming from... I try to make it seem like I'm coming from the parking garage.
But you are Gracie Hartwell still.
I am Gracie Hartwell still. In my very shimmering rainbow sequined dress.
You drive up Lazarus / Zack Lapidus. You see a familiar face, and it's Gracie Hartwell. You guys don't know each other as...
Oh, that's right. So
Yeah.
she's not as...
She's not Labyrinth.
Yeah.
And you're not
Well,
Zack
it's funny
Lapidus.
because she knows who I am.
She knows Zack.
I know who she is because she was just at my high school a few days ago.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
We both... We
It's very
both know
complicated.
each other, but
we
only as
can't
other
pretend.
people. Yeah.
Okay.
Lazarus doesn't know Gracie, and Gracie doesn't know Lazarus, but Zack knows Gracie, and Labyrinth knows Lazarus. And,
Let me ask this: are you using the same motorcycle that I rode to like? Okay, that I rode.
That's,
She has
that's
two
the reason
separate
I've been
ones,
saying Gracie is
Yeah,
because
because of the motorcycle.
of the motorcycle.
All right.
Gracie, you pull up, and Chris comes up to you. Hey, you missed it. You missed it.
No, I saw it all. Like I was like trying to get out and get the bike so that we could go. I wasn't sure if it was going to get bad, but I watched it from up there.
Man.
You okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good. You should have seen this lady, this baker over across the street. Mm-hmm. She like took on this beetle monster. Like, she stood her ground. It's pretty incredible, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tough lady.
It's sort of like when I drove my motorcycle over that robot that turned out to be a fake.
Oh yeah, you did something cool like a couple of days ago. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you weren't there.
Are you jealous of me talking about this baker? What was that?
Oh yeah, you didn't say anything.
Hey, you know what? The cops are going to be here any minute. Would you like to stick around and watch them do their job? Does that sound really interesting to you?
No, I mean, there's a reason that she wants the cops around, okay? But Gracie Hartwell is not interested. No,
Chris says, hey, let's go. I mean, the night's still young. You want to go back to your place?
Yeah, I guess. Let's go.
Yeah.
Roll for coordination.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Oh, what did I roll? Come on. It's a 4 plus 7 is an 11.
Let's see. His coordination is 10 because he's the god of sex. And
He is a stunt man. I'll give him some coordination.
Oh, 11 versus 11. That sounds like a marginal success.
Yeah.
It just kind of evens out. I guess I finished. This is okay.
Oh, yeah. That was
Did you have
regular Monday night.
It's one of those. Did you
time.
have a good time? Is this okay for you?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
weird.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I thought we were not going to do. Yes, Chris is my booty call.
So, all right. So you're driving off with Chris.
Mm-hmm.
These are the jokes. Lazarus, you're left
Yeah.
here with Croctopus, and he's like, "Want to go grab a beer? I'm buying."
Lazarus is like, oh, I could have a beer with Croctopus, but I'm underage and my mom's already going to kill me.
That's when you feel the buzz of your phone. If you all remember, Zack Lapidus is grounded, and he skipped cheerleading practice to do this. It says, "Where are you?" from Mom.
I'm just going to look down, defeated, and just text her OMW and launch off.
"Hey," says Croctopus, as you bound off, springing away, heading back home, leaving behind Croctopus, celebrating his victory at the Marlin Spike Club, drinking copious amounts of microbrewed beer and scoring all kinds of chicks. That could have been your night, Zack Lapidus, but you're on your way home to deal with a mom who is one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet.
Way more badass than that baker.
Yeah, she could take on that bigger for sure.
Gracie, you are at home. It's late. You're in bed, lying next to Chris, perhaps having a little trouble sleeping, thinking about what the hell you gotta do next.
I text Lazarus. Looks like you did good, kid. I got a couple samples off that truck. I also stopped it from getting wherever it was going.
I normally don't leap and bound and text, but I'll respond.
Oh, this is later. This is later
Yeah, it's
after
later.
you've gotten after you've gotten your talking to from your mom.
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't even talk to you.
Yeah.
It's worse.
It's
you
worse.
walk in and she just doesn't say anything. She turns the TV up a little louder.
I try and give her like one of the pastries that I brought home, and then she's going to cold shoulder me pretty hard.
Yeah. As you walk by the dining room table, you see 2 plates, 2 steaks,
She's always making steak.
uneaten. These are the steaks from the other night. She's been trying to make these steaks.
Well, I did the steak and eggs, one of those mornings.
Yeah, and they were great.
Oh, I rolled terribly on those eggs.
Fucked the food
I
up,
fucked
man.
up the eggs real bad.
You drop off the pastries for her, trying to make peace. You head up to your room. You're also up late, thinking about what the hell it is you gotta do. And you get the text from Labyrinth.
And I'll respond, I got my ass kicked. I tried to do too many things, but the villain, he's someone I go to high school with. Oh, shit, I wouldn't know. I'm not going to say that.
Dang it!
No, I'm not going to say that. Why would I say that?
We're going to end this episode just like we ended episode 5. Are you Zack Lapidus?
Just Zack Lapidus having the fucking loosest lips where he's just like,
Oh, man.
No, you type that. I go to high school with him. Whoa, backspace, backspace.
Yeah, backspace.
We have geometry together. It's crazy.
Yeah. But I will say, I know who the villain is, and I got to figure out how to make it right. And hopefully he can be someone we can work with against Mr. Bliss. It's the end.
I reply back, well then, I'm glad that you didn't take him down. I'm glad that he has a chance to think about his next options. I think if you know who he is, we can talk to him together. Send.
I'll give her a little thumbs up response and dive into some homework that is way past due or something, and just mope about how tonight didn't go the way I wanted it to.
You do some homework until you go to sleep. And then I need you to make an awareness check.
Oh. Oh, boy. That's a 3. Massive failure.
You're at the club, the Marlin Spike Club. You see all these people dancing around you. You start making your way towards the back. You know he's here somewhere. Where is he? Where's Mr. Bliss? You see an office door that says management, and you think the big guy has got to be here. You open up the door, and inside is Labyrinth. She springs from the desk, and she's going to kick you in the face. Could you make a prowess roll for me?
12.
Gail, what's your prowess?
2.
It's not good. 2.
It's not.
All right. You're able to duck out of the way as she flies into the hallway, but you realize that she wasn't kicking you. She didn't mean to hit you. She meant to escape you. She turns around, and she says,
You can't even see what's right in front of you.
and she runs off into the club.
I try and chase her.
Roll a coordination.
11.
Gail, what's your coordination?
7.
I got an 11 too.
Marginal success.
Just before she's about to get out the door, you put your hand on her shoulder and turn her around. And when you do, her face is a monstrous visage with glowing green eyes. And you hear this otherworldly voice tell you that
Your time is over.
I need you to make a willpower check.
It's a 6.
This monstrous version of Labyrinth opens its mouth, and these bright green lights from inside its throat flare and shine bright into your eyes until it's all that you see. And when you wake up, you realize that Labyrinth has been playing you for a fool, and she is behind all of it. Gracie Hartwell. You wake up the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is gone. He's left a note, says, going out for coffee. Be right back. On the table next to the note is a pamphlet to the Church of Biologenesis. The TV comes on, and you see that there's an emergency report. There is an emergency report on Solace Bay. There is a major fire in a rough part of the city. And when you look, you see a building that was the same gym that you used to train, where you housed Nick Northcutt.
And Lima.
There's a helicopter shot, and on the ground, on the street, in front of the building, there is red paint written in huge letters that can be read from this helicopter, clear as day. Labyrinth can hide no longer.